It's Saturday, December 8th, and that marks the end of my last full week of classes here at Sacred Heart. And so, since I only have exam week left, I figured this week I'll take everyone on a tour of Sacred Heart, since I have a lot of people back home who still haven't seen campus. So I figured that would be a good way to start off today. So it's probably going to be really choppy, a lot of jump shots between locations, but the basic goal for today is just to show you guys around.
Is the meadow on fire?
No, Charlie. We found a map to Candy Mountain. Candy Mountain, Charlie. Yeah, Charlie. We're going to Candy Mountain. Come with us, Charlie. Yeah, Charlie. It'll be an adventure. We're going on an adventure, Charlie.
Well, what an excellent way to start my day off. I just tried to climb up a mud hill, and as you can see, I'm now covered in mud, so I'm going to avoid mud hills for the rest of the day. So this is the building complex that I live in here at Sacred Heart. Its official title given to it by the school is Scholars Commons, but it is most often referred to by the students as J Hill, which I had a roommate last year, my freshman year, and there was a girl who came up to visit us in a different res hall. We were living in Seton, and this girl came up to visit, and when my roommate asked where she was from, the girl said J Hill, so naturally my roommate assumed she said jail, like prison, and since then I have preferred not to refer to it as J Hill. So basically this is what my room looks like. That's my desk, which is filthy, my bed, which is filthy, my bins. I'm packing my stuff up because at the end of the semester, obviously I'm going to be in Florida, so I'm not going to be here. That's my roommate's side of the room. If you come out here, there's our bathroom. And down here, the living room, which is a pretty decent size. The other girls' bedrooms, emergency stairwell, and the kitchen. This is our fridge, our stove with the broken burner, sink, which is surprisingly clean, dishwasher, and then the door to outside. There's not really much on campus behind Scholars Commons J Hill. It's just a parking lot for the people who live there. Also, when I said I was going to avoid mud hills for the rest of the day, obviously I lied. Instead, apparently I prefer mud catwalks. There's like a 2-foot area where you can actually walk here. Alright, and now we're on solid grass. Whew. Yeah, so I don't know if we're going to actually see anyone I know today. Hopefully not. They're just going to think I'm nuts talking to my iPod as I record this, but I really don't care. Alright, and we are approaching the brand new softball field that just opened this year. I think they just started building it last year and then they just finished it this year. I'm going to try and get close enough so that you can see the new scoreboard, because our brand new scoreboard, about 2 months after school opened, we had Hurricane Sandy and it destroyed the brand new scoreboard. And I'm assuming they haven't fixed it yet because softball season hasn't started. I think that's in the spring. I don't really know. I don't follow sports. Anyone who has questions about sports, definitely don't ask me. My mom's best friend Jim is probably laughing at me right now because he keeps trying to get me to go to football games. So I don't know if you can see the scoreboard. Probably not. And they've got it covered up for weather for now till softball starts. So I think the next stop is Linda McMahon. So we're approaching the Student Commons Center, which just opened last year. Well, actually, I guess it technically opened this semester, but the building was finished last year. There's so many different names for the new Student Commons Center. It hasn't been around long enough to have a official nickname like J Hill or some of the other places on campus. So there's several widely accepted nicknames. There's the Linda McMahon, the McMansion, because it's huge. It's probably the biggest building on campus, except for the main academic building. And then there's also just plain old McMahon, or the Student Commons Center. So I'm not going to talk to you guys when we go in here, because who knows who's doing what inside. But it's pretty easy to figure out. The top floor is food, and the second floor is mostly offices, and then our bookstore is on the first floor. So also I'm covered in mud, so probably look really weird. But that's life without a little fearlessness. The view from the cafeteria. Some of the food, there's actually nothing we can go in here, so I'm kind of comfortable talking about it. Utensil counter. More dining space. Our career development center. If you need help finding internships, that sort of stuff, Career Development Center is where you go. So we'll go down here first. General, school supplies, pens, pencils assorted, instruments, poster project stuff, computer stuff, headphones, discount stuff, more generic living things, Clorox wipes, laundry stuff, books for leisurely reading. The textbooks are all behind that big counter we first walked in. This is new. I have no idea what that is. They're like straws. And then, of course, there's hundreds of thousands of cards. My dad has this coffee cup. So more clearance stuff, and then this is the women's new stuff. Little lounge area, which no one ever goes in. These doors, I'm sorry, they're like ridiculously high. They weigh like 1,000 pounds. There we go. And then the front entrance. Let's see if I can get a shot from across the street. I definitely don't want to get run over. Sorry, I should point out there's just like a road here. And there's only one crosswalk. So, the building in front of us is the chapel. We might get to see that from the front. Alright, looks like there's no cars. Look both ways. Pretend to be a law-abiding citizen. Is it still a crime if you make a video about yourself jaywalking on YouTube? Well, it's not really a road. I guess it's more of like our driveway, so I guess it's okay. I don't know. Oh. State law says it's illegal to have to cross on the crosswalk. Whoops. Well, we'll just forget about that. Alright, moving on. Okay, so this is where stuff really starts to get complicated because if you look, our academic building is just really all one building, but to separate the stuff so that they can give I don't know, I guess so they could reuse the classroom numbers, like 101, whatever. The different wings have different names, so there's 3 wings. There's the University Commons, which is just a bunch of miscellaneous classes that don't fit in the other 2 categories. Then there's the Humanities wing, which is English, history, psychology, sociology. Most of those classes are in that one. And then there's the science and math department. All the math, science classes are down there. So I think this is the science wing. Let's see if we can get in through this door. I'm a political science major, so I don't ever actually go to the science wing. I took math classes last year, and then that was it. Cut across down here. It's a Saturday, so there shouldn't be any classrooms. My shoes are probably making a ton of noise. I should have sound checked that. So. Oh, there actually is a class in there. So that's just one section of hallway. Alright, so like I said, they're all just connected. So I walked out of the history building, science wing, and we ended up right back by the chapel where we were before. So we're just gonna go around this square. And there you can see that's what the official academic building is. It's really just a bunch of offices. It's where all the departments are. So like here, for example, I'm the political science major, so my political science advisor is in that office. Everyone has an advisor for every major, obviously. I'm pretty sure that's all standard college-y stuff. We'll walk by this pillar so you guys can actually see there. I'll go by the front of it, just because it's nice to have solid ground and not mud. Over here, I don't know if you guys can see. Sorry, my iPod is dying, so I just turned the brightness down, so it's hard for me to see what you're seeing. Yeah, alright. So over there, there's these rocks. That's our version of Greek Row. I know in a lot of other colleges, they have like Greek Row where it's like a bunch of houses for like Greek sororities and fraternities and stuff to live. We don't. We just have these painted rocks because I don't know if this is true, but they told me on my tour when I was a senior in high school still. They told me that the reason why we can't have sorority and fraternity houses at Sacred Heart is because if 3 or more unrelated people are living in a house, it's considered a brothel. I definitely don't know if that's true, but it was like the one thing I remember from my tour when I came. And there's just a car passing by. Happens all the time. Oh yeah, that's that same road, just to show you again how small campus is. That's that same road where I jaywalked earlier. These are probably all faculty cars. Our media studies lab is also here. I don't really know too much about it. I know it's really small because my freshman year I decided to do a radio station, and I did that for like a few weeks, and then I stopped because I wasn't good at it. I was terrible. Yep. So, administration, not academic. Academic building is the main building. So that's this little shack. I don't know if there's a road down here. I've never actually... There's a sidewalk down here. Oh, it empties out into a parking lot. Then why are all those people parking that? I guess they're lazy. It's closer to the door. Pub safe. That's the nickname all the students, probably the teachers too, give to our public safety officers. Pub safe. I don't know. I guess it's just easier. I'm lazy. I like to say things that are faster. This is parking lot behind the library, which you can go up the side of the library. Oh. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's this pathway goes right around. And now we're back in that same square, chapel on the other side again. So, I guess I'll show you guys the library, but there's definitely people in there because it is the Saturday before exams start. Our last day of classes is on Monday, so there's definitely going to be people in the library. Not me. I never go to the library to study. I hate our library. I think it's creepy because all the hardcore studying kids. Not that I'm not a hardcore student, but I just don't study every day of my life. And a lot of kids here do, especially nursing because their program is intense. And so those kids, they hang out in the library all the time, and if you like footsteps are like too loud for them. Whoops, sorry, dropped my iPod. So like, we're just not gonna talk. We're gonna pretend we're not here at all. Okay, so we came out of the library, walked through that little square again, where we've been like 100 times now, and now we're just gonna go into the main building. This section of the hallway doesn't really have a name, it's more of a connecting piece between hallways. The science wing is over there on the left. So. Mailroom. Old-fashioned mailboxes. Or if you have letters or anything. So fun. Canteen. And then inside this room, there is, if you have packages or anything, you pick those up here. They ask you your like show ID or something and tell them and they give it to you. So, there's that. Alright, let's go outside and check out the freshman doors. Now there's a bunch of other dorm buildings off campus that I'm not going to take you to because I'm lazy and I don't want to walk. But there is Roncalli just across the street. It's in that general direction past the parking lot. And there's sophomore housing, which is Christian Witness, which is also just across the street. There's also a food place there called Mondo's. It's basically a Subway. It's our on-campus Subway. So this is just, sorry, dropped my iPod again. Just a random courtyard. There's a lot of those. That one doesn't lead to the church 15 times though, promise. Alright, so, and then there's other way off campus, older housing for like juniors and seniors, which I've only ever been to one of them. Yeah, I went to Taft last year. I had a friend who lived at Taft. Still have friends who live at Taft, but I just haven't been there this year. There's a car. So this gate is awesome because it keeps people out from walking in this road, so I think it's okay to not cross in the crosswalk here. I know, people are going to see this who don't know me are just going to be like, that girl just loves not crossing in the crosswalk. Yep, smooth criminal here. Alright. Oh my god, people actually. Okay, so it was during this part of filming that my iPod started to act really weird. I actually went through the mail center, videoed what the mail center looks like, and I met up with two of my friends, freshman girls Haley and Megan, and I'm actually kind of glad that I don't have the video for that because I fumbled up and I completely blanked when I was talking to them, and I completely blanked on Megan's name for like 30 seconds, and like I still feel really bad about it. She probably already forgot about it, but and so I recorded a short scene with them, but I guess my iPod decided that it didn't want to record that, so it just made it as pictures. So you guys still made it into the video, just there's no video part of it. I'm actually really sad about that because I love you guys. And then we walked into the building and I started reshooting after that. I don't know, after that the camera started acting really weird. Okay, so really all you missed was I just walked into the building with Haley and Megan. I really do love them. Megan, I swear to God, I do know your name. I've been talking to myself I've been talking to my camera myself for like an hour now, so I probably wouldn't even be able to tell you my own name right now if you asked. But anyway, so really all you missed was we walked into the building, and now we're in the humanities wing, so I guess I'll take you around to see that. My iPod's doing really weird things right now. It's like telling me it's on its side, which it's not, but whatever. I guess that's what happens when you use it till the battery dies out. This is like a classroom with computers, so it's not really a computer lab, but you can use those computers whenever, if there's not a class in there. We're gonna cross over here because this is that same freshman dorm building road where it's not really a road, so it's okay to jaywalk. There's the McMansion. Linda. I like to call her Linda, but a ton of my friends call it the McMansion, so that's mostly what I call it. Alright, we're gonna go up here to Curtis Hall. You pretty much only ever go to Curtis Hall once or twice a year, if that. They do a few things. There's your tours if you come here for a tour as like a senior in high school or a junior in high school and you're thinking about applying or you've applied or whatever. Your tour starts here at Curtis Hall. And these stairs are brand new, by the way. When they built McMahon, this used to be a road, and then they moved the road over there and built these stairs out of this whole grassland. So what are the other reasons why you would come to Curtis Hall? Sometimes they have colloquia presentations. That's like a required thing you have to do for the Common Core classes. They all talk about different things that reflect those core questions I was talking about. Like, I just went to one about human rights I had to go to for my political science one. Financial aid is the other reason why you would come to Curtis Hall. Two things about financial aid: either work study, all the paperwork goes through them, or there's just financial aid questions in general. A lot of the time you can just call up and ask them questions. Like when I was asking them about Disney, I had to I just called them up because I wasn't coming all the way here. You know, I say all the way here, but really it's like 5 minutes away from where I live. You'll see we're almost at Scholars again. And up ahead, we've got our last building that we're going to show you guys. We went through most of the actual building, but most of the buildings. The only thing we missed was Res Halls. Sorry, there are people walking by. I'm really uncomfortable talking about random stuff when there's people. Parking lot for the gym. Our gym is called the William H. Pitt Health and Recreational Center. I don't really know what there is to do here other than use it as a gym. I'm sure someone who actually uses the gym would be more knowledgeable of that. I know there's a basketball court we use for concerts and stuff sometimes. But other than that, I never go there. I think I've been to the gym like twice. And then I took yoga classes last semester. So I used the yoga room. I don't think that's what it's called though. And I also took ballroom dance club for a while. Yeah, I've done a lot of stuff and not finished it. The only thing I've really seemed to stay solid with would be theater, which is how I met Haley and Megan, who you saw earlier. Everyone in our theater program is great. So if anyone, and again, I know that just sounded really sarcastic actually, but it's not. No, I love all of them. All of my best friends are in theater. Shout outs, guys. No. But really, everyone's great there, and it's the one thing that I love about Sacred Heart. And coming from a theater art school, it was really important to me to have a good theater program. So as you can see, we're back to the tennis courts. You can probably see the buildings in the back now, which are the Scholars Commons buildings, which is where I live. Oh, remember that time where I said we're going to avoid mud hills? Yeah, let's do that. Cut across the parking lot. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting tired. And again, I've been out for a while, like I said earlier, so you guys are probably sick of hearing my voice. You probably stopped watching 20 minutes ago when I got to the part about the softball field. That's okay. If it was me, I probably would have stopped watching me 20 minutes ago too. This is the football field. I've never been to a football game, and I don't intend to go to one. Apparently our football team's not that good anyway. I don't know that for sure, I just know that that's what people say. Again, I know very little about football, sports, anything. There's so many birds. Tennis court. I've never been inside the tennis court. We're gonna go inside. I guess this is just what all tennis courts look like. Probably the worst person I could have picked to have myself do this tour. Like, people are gonna watch this and think like, do you know anything about your school? I actually do. I know a lot of statistical, logistics stuff, but as far as like sports, I know nothing. If you ask me anything about the theater department, I could probably tell you 105 things. If you ask me about most of the academic departments, I know a lot about those. So, alright. Off in the distance, I just want to take you guys. So this is the back of the softball field where we first started, and this is the area that I think is supposed to be used for parking for the softball field, but everyone who lives at J Hill uses it. So this is me hoping I don't bust my butt crawling through a mud pit. I really did not do well with the whole avoiding mud pit thing. There's some cars. So we're gonna be brave and daring and try and get down this mud pit hill without falling. And given the fact that my shoes are like incredibly slippery, I doubt that's gonna happen. But we'll try, because I want to show you guys where I fell earlier. So this is my building. Yeah. So that's my building. Trash. Oh yeah, this was fun. This is just the kind of filth people who live in my complex leave everywhere. And I mean everywhere. So let me just see if I can get down this hill safely. That was surprisingly easy. And if you look here, these tracks, that's where I fell. My shoes. Those are the shoes I'm wearing. Yeah, I don't know why I wore those, but they remind me of pirate boots, so I like to think of them as my adventure shoes. So, we're back to where I live. I'll take you on a quick tour downstairs. I have a residence building. You gotta swipe in, so green light, go. So here I am in the rec room at the end of our tour. I hope everyone enjoyed seeing the campus that I've come to know and love. Actually kind of bittersweet because, like I said, this week is starts my last week here for the rest of the year. Starting to get a little nervous because I'm starting to think that like my school's gonna somehow mess stuff up when it's time for me to try to come back. But hopefully everything works out. And I guess that's really all I have to say. I might make another video later because this one was really long and it was a lot of tours. So for those of you guys who don't really care about a tour of Sacred Heart, maybe I'll make another one. But for now I'm going to go edit this one, put in some laundry and see how I feel. Alright, if I don't make another video today, I'll see you guys in a week.
Oh, where am I? Hey, what happened to my heart? Oh, come on, really? What did that accomplish?